Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Spurs versus Wizards NBA matchup on Monday, January 29th, 2024. Of course, if you like all the free picks we give out at Pickdawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Use the discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have the Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays meant for people who make big bets. If that's you, go ahead and text the number that you see on the screen. It's also available in the description of this video, but that's the only way to get those products is to text that number. But let's get to this one. The Spurs taking on the Wizards. Spurs coming off their best win, as they even said, in quite some time, beating the Minnesota Timberwolves, while the Wizards coming off a win against the Pistons. So both these teams certainly come into this one off a win, which has been pretty rare this season. But the Spurs are playing themselves outside of the lottery of those top three, bottom three teams. So, they kind of have to watch out. Of course, the Wizards still comfortably in there, but 8-37 on the season. And the Spurs, well, we're not going to get too excited. They're 10-36. So just 5-17 at home, but 500 against the number at 11-11. While the Wizards 5-19 on the road, 14-8-2 against the number, and also 2-8 against the number straight up, or 2-8 straight up in their last 10, but 5-4-1 against the number. While the Spurs 7-3 against the spread in their last 10, despite a 4-6 record. So a lot of numbers there, but basically two bad teams that get a lot of points and cover spreads, even though they don't win games. I mean, that really is the summary of everything I just said there. And I guess I could have saved this all a little bit of time. But like I said, the Wiz coming off that win against the Pistons, that ended the 6-game losing streak, stopped the bleeding, as they say. Some of those teams were not the best of the best, including the Pistons, who they lost to, and the Spurs, that they lost to by 4 points at home as a 2-point favorite. Meanwhile, when we look at the Spurs and that win over the Timberwolves, they were 10.5-point dogs in that one, won it by a point, makes it back-to-back wins after the win over the Blazers, and really, this team has won 3 of their last 5 games, including that win over the Washington Wizards. So, maybe a little bit to get excited about, or maybe hope in San Antonio. But the thing about San Antonio, it's their defense that has certainly been getting better. It's certainly not an elite defense or even an average defense, but it's a lot better than where we saw it just a month ago. And the Wizards, way better on the offensive side, but they don't hit the threes really well, and that's what cost them in a lot of these road games. The Spurs offense, well, not great, but the Wizards defense also not good. And the Spurs really not one of the worst 3-point shooting teams out there, which makes it surprising that they cover so many spreads when they can't shoot the three. Both these teams horrific at rebounding, but actually the Wizards one of the worst rebounding teams, if not the worst rebounding team in the entire NBA. I think the Spurs make it a 3-game winning streak. I think the Wizards cover, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. They're 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.